we live? I can never tell with Rumble. Are we live? I don't think we are. Am I live? Someone tell me if I'm live. Fucking mental site. I guess we're not live. Am I live? We're live. Okay, we're live. There's a fucking lag on this one. Okay. So bear with me as we restart that last 5 minutes. So bear with me as we restart that last 5 minutes. It's a Godwinson Live News Alert. Today, a lesson in the Kino Dogma 2007. All of it, a tale as old as time, folks. You might be asking, why are we even covering this? What merit does this have to society or to the world in general? Well, I'll say it proud, this has absolutely no value whatsoever. It's absolute bottom of the... It's lower than the barrel it's been scraped to the bottom. It's lower than a snake's belly, folks. But what it is, what it really truly might be, is some good old-fashioned Brit on Brit entertainment. It's like Jeremy Kyle didn't commit suicide. It's like he's still alive and well. So we're going to cover this. We're going to do it to this. You might be aware of, I'll do it in a montage, but you might be aware of a great many streams and videos covering this very topic. All with their shitty OBS, all with their appalling lust and greed for super chats. All of them trying to literally hawk shirts off of this in mugs. Selling HelloFresh boxes and shit like that. Not here. Nuh-uh. It's just balls to the wall content. I'm not going to stop and chill something. I'm not going to fire up my OBS feed and look like a fool. So, join me, folks, as we look at today's scandal. And it truly is something to behold, isn't it? Isn't it? So, if you don't know, you should know. I guess this poor fuck. I say poor fuck not because of the scandal that surrounds him. I say poor fuck purely because he looks like this. This poor little bastard. I guess he fell down the ugly tree, hitting every branch on the way to the ground. Poor fuck. But this is someone called I'm Alex, I guess. Weird frog-eyed motherfucker. It's tough, really. But lesson one, folks. Even the most even the most ugly amongst us, most physiognomically, anatomically challenged. What am I trying to say? Other than even the most fuck-faced fucks among us can still get pussy, can still slay poonta all day and all night long. There is hope for you yet, neat spurg. Trust in the plan, because even you right there can slay some disgusting BPD. I believe in a world where that's never stopped being true. Not even for little frog-faced Alex. So this guy, and we're going to see here that he's with this dude, this BPD bitch. So you might be thinking, as I do, water seeks its own level. And that's the primary lesson that I will be preaching here today in this, the 969th lesson of the Kino Dogma 2007. That's how long I've been doing this shit. Bruh. That's what I'm going to be sort of making you all acquainted with today. Water seeks its own level. So let's just show you here what this is all about. So here we see a loving couple, I guess. This guy is fairly big on YouTube. If you want to hail that accolade there, and I guess he's part of this commentary community that orbit Nicholas Diorio and all of that shit. He got a girlfriend, I guess, and here he is, proudly showing her off, not but 11 months ago. You'll be seeing lots of parallels here, lots and lots of parallels, which is why we're covering this. So stay tuned, get comfortable, ladies and gentlemen, because this is going to be a wild, wild ride.
Why did now you make me look like a manlet? You make me look like really small. Why do I look so
Is it just me, or does this woman look like Gary Oldman, Drexel from fucking True Romance? That's what I'm reminded of with this freak.
Entertaining content, not you doing your ad.
But then you got one freak meaning another freak. So that's what I'm saying. Water seeks its own level. This is the best that these two could get. So power to them. I guess that's what all of the kids in this audience were saying at the time. Shall we have a look? You can tell how much Alex cares about Alice and Bear. It's so cute. Now this is pregnant with meaning. This foreshadows a lot of shit that we'll cover later on. But Alex is the guy that looks like the frog man, Battletoad. Alice is Drexel from True Romance, and Bear, bizarrely, is the name of the cat. Bear is the name of the cat. That's what I expect from the collective IQ of these two.
You gotta come back like this. Sorry, I know because there's a thing. Yeah, there we go. That's better. All right, you guys. Now we're gonna do the rest of this. We're gonna do the rest of the video like this. Okay.
Oh yeah, for real. I'd smash. For real. For real. I'd smash. So I understand. I understand completely.
He's cute, he's funny. He's got a really good personality.
Is that the type of stuff you say about me?
No.
No.
You're not funny.
I'm not funny. Well, that's the only thing going for me.
What is that in her nose, by the way? What is that? That looks like it conducts electricity. That looks like I could literally charge something on it. You know what that reminds me of? I'll tell you what it reminds me of. You know when you're in school, UK countryman, you know when you're in school and you have to build like a plug or something in DT, and you've got these like pinchy crocodiles, and you put the pinchy crocodiles at the end of something and it conducts electricity like in science, you know. The nose reminds me of that, bros. It feels like I put one of those crocodile clips on it and generate that light bulb light. I'm only showing you this now so you can get a feel for this bitch. Just the physicality of this bitch, because she's absent physically in a lot of the stuff that we'll cover and what's following. But I want you to get a sort of mix. I'll play a few more of this, a few more seconds, a few more minutes of this. So we all get in the game. I'll do a summary, and then we'll get into her summary of events. Right. What I'm going to do is, however, paint a tapestry, paint a picture in a way that none of the other fuckers are doing. So if you want to like a feel for how things have been, look at this. Everyone's come out of the woodwork for this one. And they've all done it in the most appalling way. They're putting out well, I guess it's just these three. Okay. But yeah. Eyes under a cloud at the moment. So, some more of this. Get a feel. And you see that? You see this? You see that? It's still true, and it always will be true, that I can read mental illness from someone's direct physical presence. I can read the signs without them even telling me they're mentally ill. I just have a superpower, just a special power. Now, you can see that she's got like tattoos all over herself. She's vandalized her body. She's like mutilated her nose and all this shit. The hair isn't what it should be. Pretty trashy though. But what you can also see is in the eyes here, we've got a lust for something that we see occasionally with these e-whores that pop up. We see the greed. We see the hunger for that little known thing, that desirable crown that everyone wants, I guess, and that's clout. Clout, C-L-O-U-T. This is all this time. You might be thinking, just looking at this still, we've got a harpy succubus draining the life force of this guy. Alas, this guy has literally always looked the same. Always looked like a froggish ghoul. I mean, look, it's a real tough road for this guy. So succubus or no succubus, I mean, it's always been a rough ride. Now, that's his voice. All the adults around her, like Chelsea are, people who should have kind of taken her in. Now, bear in mind, I have applied 0 voice filtering techniques to this. I have applied 0 deepfake AI footage to manipulate what this is. This is this guy in the world. But let's face it, it's the truth. Every single video about. If I told you this guy was like 25, you'd be like, what? Re-uploading it. But it's true, and it's real. When I read the comments on these videos, a lot of people are upset that I don't go. Right. So, you've got to feel for this, I hope. You've got to feel for this. Now, unfortunately for this fuck, the crummer pussy that he had has decided to, like, finally play its clout card and come out with this. So this is its Twitter account. Yeah. And it's decided to come out with this public thing. Here's her statement on the situation, that she's been scared to speak out. It's best it was made public. How horrible this person with a platform is. I'd hate to see any other woman go through this. Read my statement first before continuing. Now there's a Google Drive, which looks like this. And we will read this statement first. But be in no doubt, whilst the allegations contained within are pretty disturbing, and ultimately if even a fragment of this is true, and I do think it is true, it is all pretty fucked. But, you know what? Trust no Bish. Genuinely, this bitch is literally in it, and was in it the whole time for clout. For this very moment where it could drop the DMs and be forever tied to the man that she snaked. This is a literal Faith Vickers Elaine moment 2.0. And I'm here for it. I'm ready. So join me, Spence and Spence, as we uncover the truths and revelations and outright hypocrisy contained within. Statement, read first. There's a trigger warning in this one. There's mentions of sexual assault, suicide, depression, and assault. I might have to take my pills for this one and steady myself. Nurse, bring me my meds. This might be too harrowing for me to even attempt to divine knowledge of. But somehow I think all I'll uncover is just affirmations to the conclusions that I already come. This is just another bitch. Smearing a good man's name through the mud for clout. She knew the fucking deal.
Did she not? Don't they all know the fucking deal? All they're required for, literally all they are required for, is to be a whole. That is it. That is the contribution that they bring. So it's the statement, and I'm going to read it to this. It's the statement. It's
quite harrowing. So, trigger warning. This is a sensitive subject for me, as I've struggled to figure out how to put it into words. I have been threatened by Alex the Frogman to not come out with anything at all, and to keep quiet, or he'll create a contradicting story to discredit my own. But I'm not scared anymore. I read into this that he will come out with a version of events that will contradict your own, and somewhere in the middle will be the truth, I guess. Somewhere
away from your account and away from his account will be the truth. And I'll tell you that truth now, because I don't need to read literally 82 fucking pages of this statement. Look at that. 82 pages of this statement to know that water seeks its own level. And this is quite literally the best this bitch could get. She willingly went there. He willingly knew the risks as well. He knew he was on a hot mic. He didn't give a fuck. He knew all this would come out in this bullshit tweet, this bullshit Google Drive, and this bullshit statement of 82 pages that's been written by a team of Discord spurts. He knew it, but he didn't care. You know why he didn't care? Because he was getting his dick wet. That's literally it. There is no great science or mystery. He was treating the bitch how she wanted to be treated, I guess, when we go through the receipts here. This bitch is nuts, mentally fucking ill. And can you blame the weird frog man for seizing a weakness? I'm finally getting a bit of pussy. Can you blame the weird frog man for doing that? I can't, genuinely. Even if he did literally kick the dog, the cat, the bear, whatever the fuck. So this is a sensitive subject for me. No matter what is said in response to my 82-page statement written by Discord fans, I know I've said my piece and can move on with my life. I made this document as a compilation of my experiences whilst being with Alex, and have put screenshots on the accounts under the corresponding paragraphs. Now, as ever with a lot of these screenshots, it always omits out the bitch's part in riling up the guy. In fact, a lot of these screen caps that we'll see, and a lot of the videos that we'll see, seem conveniently edited and cut out to reveal the actual side that she was doing. As is always the case, whiter than white, lily white. And we see the truth in between. We can actually see the truth in her lies with the omissions. I guess, and we'll be filling in the blanks as we go. Trust no bitch, ladies and gentlemen. Even if they are dirty as fuck, I will literally do anything you want them to do. Literally anything. Literally let you put it in anywhere. They don't give a shit. I made this document as a compilation. This will be a long one, as I want to start from the beginning, and you can understand the full story and heavy burden this has been on me. We had known each other for years before we interacted, and were seeing each other for a few months before anything was official. We started officially dating in March 23, giving each other 100% of our attention, time and effort with no arguments. This, folks, is where it all went wrong. Now, I don't need to be fucking Oprah or Trisha Goddard or even going back further. I don't need to be Vanessa fucking Feltz to tell you that this was on bad foundations. This was quite literally BPD Central, folks. Ugly frog man with trust issues meets BPD bitch with trust issues. So they love bomb each other. They consume each other's time. And then, unfortunately, arguments arise from this golden period where everything was great. They smothered each other, folks. And when one of them was like, I don't want to be smothered anymore, I want to reach out and be smothered by some big black ball up north, like Boogie's wife, the frog man just didn't know how to do it. That's where we're going with this. So, after that, after this weird obsessive love bombing period, after that, time passed and small things became huge issues, which were over Discord at first. Now, I don't need to be Vanessa Feltz or Trisha Goddard to tell you the signs here of how things went wrong. But when we've got Discord involved, between the marital sheets, then we know things are fucked. We know it was always on a road to ruin. Alex felt that, because I am home all day and work from home, that I would be able to call 24/7. Well, no shit, bitch. No fucking shit. Like, if you're literally at home all day, you're doing nothing, you're claiming to work from home, then you don't need to have other social interactions, right? Like, let's just divine that sentence. So, she says, Alex is the boyfriend, the weird frog, Snaggle-Toothed mofo. Alex felt that because I am home all day and work from home, that I would be able to call 24/7 and completely shut out of any other social interactions I have with my friends. Well, number one, if you're working from home, bitch, you shouldn't be having social interactions with your friends. Right? If you are, then it probably is more acceptable to have those social interactions with your literal boyfriend than skive off work and speak to your friends over Discord. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm too conservative for this world. But if the bitch is going to skive anyway, why does she need to skive with, like, Discord faggots? Someone says he looks like he is 40 in flamenco years. True that. I'll read the chat now. It's been 25 minutes, so I'll read it now. He looks like a younger flamenco. True. Does he beat her? According to her, he beats her. And the cat. But how much fucking damage could this guy do? I have no fucking clue. We've just seen literally the guy with his bra. And she's like 6'4". And he's like 5'2". He looks like a little skeletal frog. She looks like Drexel from True Romance. I hesitate to fully throw my cards in behind the fact that she was beaten into a pulp. I think truly, if things did come down to a physical altercation,
then she could well and truly defend herself. Probably a lot better than he could. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Why does he sound like he's underwater? Well, he's a frog. That's all I can say.
Why is my audio more shit than usual?
I don't know. Is it better now, or is it worse now? What a king. He needs stilts to reach that pussy. And reach he did. And reach he did. Now, we'll get back into this. So, as we can see already in the opening lines of the statement, there's some sort of weird shit going on where the bitch is trying to, like, make herself blameless in a situation that she is clearly at least 50% to blame on.
Says, to avoid that, I invited him into my groups and stopped working as much. These small arguments worsened to the point where he would turn on his camera and start shouting at me on call. And yes, this evil BPD bitch, be in no doubt, this greedy for clout, hungry for more bitch, be in no doubt, ladies and gentlemen, recorded everything using OBS. This poor fucking frog. She recorded absolutely everything, right from day one. She knew what she would be doing. She's probably been writing this since day one of the relationship. I think she actually admits as much on page like 60 or something. So she started witnessing these small arguments worsening to the point where he would turn on his camera and start shouting at her on a call. He's gone as far as to tell me to self-harm at this point. And after I told him about my history prior, so her history involved being a BPD bitch. That's all you need to know. This would be accompanied by multiple horrible messages, calling me for what I am, a horror bitch and slimy. He would also tell me that I caused arguments as an excuse for me to leave him, saying, I don't know how I ended up with someone like you. I guess even the frog man realised eventually that he could do better. Let that sink in, ho. Even the skeletal, boyish, man-child frog man that looks like a Snoke clone, a Palpatine-esque Snoke clone of Fagnenko, even he eventually thought he could do better. Even he was screaming at the sky going, I don't know how I ended up with someone like you. If you want to know your inherent worth, after all this, after all of this and all of the screen caps and videos and recordings that we will go into, if you want to know your inherent worth, bitch, it's quite literally forever being tied to that frog fuck that is better than you. You will now forever, till the end of time, be tied to this man more than you would have been had you just gone off into the sunset and said nothing. You have no value now outside of either releasing more stuff on this guy or getting back with this guy or just doing any event that is tangentially related with this guy. You are literally an addendum to this guy. You are Faith 2.0. That's what you are. You are Faith Vickers' current year. Welcome to your life. He called me a whore and a bitch and slimy. Well, what is this shit? Now, the first of the DMs, as you can see, lots are cut off. You know, as you can see, we don't have dates for any of this shit. As you can see, these DMs are quite clearly here to paint this guy in the worst possible light. So we'll get into it. As you can see, shall I read these? Is it even worth reading these? But it's just this guy going, asking her to join a call. This is abuse, I guess. She says, you can't give me 10 minutes to calm down and then talk? He says the eternal refrain of every man ever. Am I a mind reader?
But, you know, this guy is pretty fucked, so, you know, we will cut this guy's throat as well. What I want to do is front load this by shitting on this bitch before I, like, really unload on this guy. That's what I'm doing with it. Kino Dogway 2007. You've got to give, like, both sides before you really go in at your target, right? And what pisses me off, you know, all of these screenshots, I mean, I literally set the stage of how to do this. Frogman Alex, literally, only ever text them, only ever call them, only ever interact with them on social media or through text or Snapchat or WhatsApp, however you wish to call it. Only ever do so when you are high as balls. Only ever do so when you literally do not give a flying fuck. Only ever do so when you're literally like, you've just done like 5 lines off the stripper's ass and you're trying to like, I'll stop. But I mean, what you'll see in here is this guy just begging, and it's actually quite awful how he does beg. But she was in no position, quite frankly. She was in no position to even like refuse. We have seen what this bitch looks like. We will see how this bitch behaves at the conclusion of relationships. We will actually see how she behaves during relationships. I don't think anyone's gonna like move this bitch in anymore. I don't think anyone's gonna give this bitch longer than like 1 night, 2 at best. In, out, shake it all about, but definitely not inside. Just make sure it drips on the face and on the face alone. On the curtains or something. Because we now know what this bitch is. And this is quite literally BPD at its finest. Only ever call them when you're high, Alex. Only ever interact with them when you're doing some cool ass shit. And you're at king tier mode, where you're setting up more shit. But from what I understand, like, at this point in time, they were living in the same house. We've literally just seen them on... Apparently there's lots and lots of videos where they're all living in the same house, but this is like the TikTok generation. The TikTok, Snapchat generation, where they literally interact with each other more through phones in the same room than they do by talking to each other. That's where we're at.
Current year Zoomers. Seats for everything. So as you can see, nothing is off limits here. She goes, after screaming at me in calls and disregarding everything I've ever said, he would explain how it's always my fault and how I should apologise. Do you know what? You know that line? It's literally every woman in an argument, isn't it? It's them literally doing that and then saying, if you even respond, it's you that's doing that. Maybe it was in fact you who was doing this. Always my fault, how I should apologise. That I should fix it and fight for him after he's made it worse by completely dehumanising and degrading me. I would get breakup threats because I interacted with my followers' tweets. Which I would then apologise for after he made it very clear he was upset but demands more from me. More and more nonsense. I'm going to refollow everyone I unfollowed for you if you're going to be like that. Later on, I found out he was still interacting with many people he had old relations with, and I found him stalking his ex with her old nudes on his phone. Even the frog, even the frog man-child, even he knew it water seeks its own. It's quite like, surely for the neats out there, apart from if you're like Gator or something, you want to fuck kids. Surely for the neats out there, there's hope, right? There's hope. Don't stop believing. Don't stop believing. Even when you manage, by luck of the draw, to hook in, to literally catch in the little pond there that you're in because you look like a frog. Even if by some happenstance, some mildly attractive BPD hoe waddles into that pond and wants to kiss the frog because you've told her you're a prince, even if by that happenstance that happens, never forget that whilst you're also a frog, you're also a fucking king as well. And once you have them, just like everyone in the sector, once you have that bitch in, locked in, once you've done everything you can, always cheat. Always make sure you're leapfrogging onto the next hoe. Always do that, ladies and gentlemen, and you will go far. You will... This guy, even though he is who he is, and, you know, not the most anatomically blessed fellow.
Have you seen Jojo Siwa's TikTok lately? It seems...
Literally looks horrific. Even though he's this guy, don't forget that he has this many... He makes bank in the DMs. He talks about sums and money that's like 75 grand, 85 grand. This guy gets shit tons of money every month. And that's all you need, folks. All you need is e-fame and shit tons of money coming in every month. And you will have some mentally ill bitch write an 82-page statement to try and get just a piece of that pie. That's what'll happen. Some of you don't even need that. Some of you don't even need that. You just need a Discord account, as is evidenced by Chuckle's love life. But there is more. So he's got old nudes of his ex on his phone. She goes, I'm going to link all of the horrible messages that have been sent to me. They consist of him calling me unlovable, a whore, psych. Well, look, you are unlovable. Trust me. This is literally a warning sign for literally any other fellow. Any potential suitor that would even consider marrying you, even considering putting a ring on that finger, is literally walking away now going, whoa there. I will jizz on the face, thank you, sir. I will wipe on the curtains, thank you, madam. I'm good. I'm quite literally good. One night, maybe two. But I will not be staying the course, I'm afraid. Telling me he doesn't want to be with me, breaks up with me, then takes it back. Then after all these arguments, he apologises and love bombs me for forgiveness. More BPD shit. This is 82 pages, by the way. 82 fucking pages. Now, we're not going to read all of the statements. Instead, we'll go to the choice part here. As you can see, we've gone past 82 pages of screen caps and shit like this. She says, literally at the end here, for legal and obvious reasons, I won't attach all of the evidence I have. But in due time, it may be made public. He has tried to get me to stay quiet online, but the lust for clout and me to be an e-whore is so strong, he has suggested he deny all of this. If it happens, I will release more undeniable evidence. It will quite literally do and play by the same rules as every other e-whore online, and drip feed it for clout. Maximise and time the drops for clout. Won't even release the full receipts. No, because it wants to string this out. It wants to build a platform from this. It's just textbook. Even though this style harks back to the 2007 Kino Dogme, even though we are a prehistoric retroactive throwback to a time long gone, The tricks of the e-whores are as old as time, even older than the Kino Dogma 2007. They quite literally say that prostitute is the oldest form of work, is the oldest trade. And that trade is well and truly still alive. Because being no doubt this bitch literally prostituted herself. You don't think she was with this ugly freak man. An ugly frog freak man. She was gritting her teeth and closing her eyes and waiting for the 82nd page there to be written in her head, to be completed, and then she'd disengage. A hoe's a hoe, no matter what form it may come in. Be in no doubt. Now, we've skipped the statement. We read the choice parts because really we don't need the statement. Because this bitch has literally provided every single thing that we could possibly want. She's provided audio recordings. She's provided literal videos. She's provided everything we might possibly need in lieu of an 82-page statement. You might even say this has been overkill. But what it has done is allow lots and lots and lots of people on YouTube and the internet at large to generate and cover extensive multi-hour streams, part 1 of this statement, part 86 of this statement. She has maximized it so it generates as much controversy and indeed content going forward to keep her name in the headlines. And be in no doubt that... Shall we do the test? So we see Alice Hayes is her name. This is the cat called Bear, I guess. This is her. Looks a lot better there than she does in person. Oh, right. Now I'm doing the test. Linktree. Is there a way that she will shill herself cash? There we go, folks. There we go. It's always the way. And there's a wish list as well. Absolutely. Oh, look at that. Look at that. This is what she wants you to buy. Look at this. This is ridiculous. £196. This is what it was all for. This is quite literally what it's all for, folks. A Pepe cup saying MILF. Man, I love frogs. Doesn't she just, folks? Doesn't she just love those frogs, right? It's a tale as old as time, isn't it? She wants a Hello Kitty blade to cut herself with. But when you tell her to cut herself, then she'll call you an abuser. She'll call you evil. She'll say you're a narcissist for just enabling her to do what she wants. This is crazy. This is fucking nuts. I've never seen a wish list like this that's 4 pages long. Shall we do every page? Do we dare? Now, you may have noticed from all of the other coverage of this, literally no one has counteracted this bitch's story. Literally no one has even dived into this bitch first. But I will. I'll do so because it's what the antediluvian kings told me to do. It's a tale as old as time. We trust no Bish, like ever. Ultimately, this bitch is an evil, a grifting presence, a force that has prostituted itself in order to allow this very wish list to come into existence. She wants a succubus maid cosplay. I mean, that's exactly what she is, isn't it? A fucking succubus. She wants a dog collar. She wants you to buy her a dog collar and is going to claim... I mean, folks, it's got to, like, cry and bleat when he says in the DMs, shut up, obey me. I guess this is a revelation into what was going on in that bedroom, right? We all know what was going on behind the scenes. He was abusive. That's a bony arse if ever there was one.
I mean, this is what it's all for. This is the reason why she's come out and done this. So that freaks out there will buy this shit for her? Do we buy it for... No, we don't. We don't. Yo! Her pussy was loose! Damn right. So, we're gonna play, like, a video now, I guess. And, maybe our mind might change, but just literally... Okay, yeah. Look. Just before we get into this and reveal the side that paints him in the worst light possible, know this, ladies and gentlemen, the facts have been established. We knew them instantly by looking at her, and the soulless stare in the eyes. We knew that all of this was coming anyway. We knew from the opening lines of the statement where all of this was leading. It is claiming to be abused. A victim. Yet we have just seen, and we have seen all along, that this bitch is fed into it in a big way. The only way this bitch gets off is quite literally by being in that dog collar. Believe me, folks. Believe me. I know from almost experience. The only way this bitch gets off is being, like, tied up, put in these chains, that she wants you, strangers, to buy for her. Holding that Hello Kitty knife. That's the only way this bitch gets off. And bizarrely, by some miraculous happenstance, it was the way the Frogman got off to. He couldn't believe his luck, I guess. So be in no doubt that what was going on in the bedroom was this highly degenerate sexual shit that had like a master-sub relationship going on. And just as ever, with these BPD hoes, they feel a conscience and start to develop a bit of shame and go, it was all narcissistic abuse, he was an abuser, and I didn't want to lose. So that's where we're at, ladies and gentlemen. Bitches. I won't read that. Now, he's not accused of rape. He's not accused of rape. He's not accused of anything like that. But what he is accused of is, like, just narcissistic abuse that's big on TikTok now. You know, all that narcissistic abuse. He's accused of all of that. But we'll get into this. Maybe it'll change some of your minds. But I want you to keep here. The reason why I've just done an hour preloading this bitch, literally giving you the down low on this bish, is because what's following, what's coming, it is this guy. Now, this guy is like the worst of all of us, a literal frogman, and he has hit her, I guess, and it's quite apt when you see how he behaves and shit like this, that she was willing to live with this and put up with this for 1 year, because she had motives and intentions. She had, like, skin in the game as well. This was the most transactional thing I think I've ever seen, and this will be proven when we play the first clip. So are we ready, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah, she is 100% in Armored Skeptic's DMs right now. I believe it. Bitches like this, in the sector or sector-adjacent spheres, they're in all the DM. Here's something before we get into this video, because I feel it's a salient point. Bitches like this, folks. Even I've got, like, bitches like this. Even me. You get... If you have even, like, a slight presence on the internet, even a slight presence, and certainly if you stream, certainly if you do that, you will have at least 5 at any one time in your DMs. I, personally, I guess you're aware of 1 or 2, because we've streamed them out. But even I, personally, over the years, have slept with 7 bitches from the internet. And, you know, all been very Elaine, but all been very great. All been good for a good time. The Magnificent 7. Some people, like Warski, he doesn't even discriminate. He does not discriminate and will go with, like, old lady meth addicts. Even PPP, £600 lesbian PPP, had, like, bitches in his DMs. It is commonplace. It is common practice to have these bitches everywhere. But they better promise you a good shag before you'll be willing to throw shit away, right? And I know that what this bitch promised this frogman was every degenerate sexual desire. I know that because I know that this was transactional. And I also knew that Alex knew what was going to happen at the end of it. I knew that he foresaw it right at the end. But I knew that he only went forward because he knew. He knew what he could get out of it. And he probably is prepared for this. He probably has been recording his side of this the whole time. But before we get into the video, know this. There are many slatternly women out there, ripe for the pickings. My only rule is, as long as they're not over the age of 25, and they look alright, then you're down to tango, right? But Warski thinks that these MILFs can be trusted. These, like, 50-year-old meth whores that are flying out from Australia to suck a pig. He thinks they can be trusted. Bruh. So, we're going to play, like, the first video here. It's more DMs, so this isn't the one I need. We'll get into that one. So, here we go.
What judging mental is, I think I may have said, like, 100 times, to the point where...
Preface this, right? So this bitch is literally using OBS to record her boyfriend on Discord, right? Because she knew she'd have it in the chamber. Now, this was in August or July 2023. So almost a full year before this ended. That's where we're at with this. Trust no bitch. Here it is literally on Amazon looking for a litter tray for its cat whilst it does this ultimate snake move.
It's actually really hard to follow what I'm saying because it's so flexible. I've gone, you could do this, but you might be able to do that, but you might be able to do that, and you might be able to do this, and this might work, but you might be able to do that. And it sounds fucking mental. I don't even understand how you could possibly actually follow along to it. Like most of my friends struggle to actually understand what I'm saying. But that's why I'm a professional and you're all not. And then when you go, I don't like this, it's a...
Right. So you might be thinking, is that all that bitch has? Just this guy, like, spiraling? Just this guy? I guess in that quote he calls her a pro and she's not. Well, he is a pro and she's not. Like, she is literally there as a hole for this guy to spunk in. That was how this all started. That was no presence, no talent, no literal contribution to make him anything more than sexually satisfied. But this is where things get a bit darker. So he's on... Now, it's so weird, isn't it? These are in a private call. She is not on camera because she's recording this. He looks like he's literally streaming out to the world, but as you can see by his face, he's pissed. This frog's pissed. And as you can see here, there's like every other guy in its DMs. Gavin, Archie. I guess this is Turkey Tom. London thing, where it's getting railed in London. Joseph Rain. These guys are around every e-whore. The e-whore has these guys just like Pokemon. Always after the shiny Pokemon or the fucking Arceus there. Even when they've got like a Suicune. They're after that Lugia, right? They're after that Lugia. And as they, even when they break out of the Pokeballs here, they can go back to their team of like Bidoofs. Their team of fucking Ratatas that will give them validation and allow them to write 82-page statements slandering the last Suicune, slandering the last Red Gyarados, right? My Pokemon references are quite bold, I'm afraid. Probably there's like 2,000 of them now.
Fucking whore mouth bitch retard cunt.
Sorry first.
So I'm a fucking whore mouth bitch retard cunt.
Is it generally because you're just fucking brain dead?
Yeah, I'm very brain dead, yeah.
Is that why you decided to go on the fucking offensive instead of the
Didn't go on the
maybe?
offensive.
Okay. I don't know what to call what you did. It was weird. It's always weird. You always take the fucking weird route. Just do the normal route, which is just do the normal route, but a normal girlfriend.
You're acting like this is all just me, and that's something you really need to fucking fix.
I'm gonna fucking bash your fucking head against the wall with a brick if you don't shut the fuck up. Because this one, genuinely, this one, you fucked this, royally fucked this.
Okay. So we're between the sheets here. We're between the sheets on this one. We're getting into the marital strife here. So we'll replay that interaction and unpack the things that are within. As you can see there, now another recorded call. It's not on camera. There's this weird master sub nonsense going on that this bitch has fed into this whole time, but when she's got him on a hot mic, then it's abuse, right? She says here, Grace Thorpe style, that it's a whore, it's a bitch, it's a cunt and stuff like this. He's clearly comfortable with all of this, and I guess he gets off on this as well, because he's fucked in the head and looks like a frog. And then there's a threat of violence.
Is it generally because you're just fucking brain dead?
Yeah, I'm very brain dead, yeah.
Is that why you decided to go on the fucking offensive instead of the
Didn't go on the
maybe?
offensive.
Okay. I don't know what to call what you did. It was weird. It's always weird. You always take the fucking.
So whilst it's in here, it's literally like messaging another guy called Melon, who goes by Malice, Vervet Monkey, and Josh. So another dude. It's literally on this call with her boyfriend doing this shit and saying, I can't breathe right now. And this simp motherfucker is saying, seriously, take 10 minutes, grab a drink of water, take a few breaths and try and calm yourself down. Holy shit.
Weird route. Just do the normal route, which is just do the normal route, but a normal girlfriend.
You're acting like this is all just me, and that's something you really need to fucking fix.
I'm gonna fucking bash your fucking head against the wall with a brick if you.
He'd need that brick as well. Because this guy, this dude right here, this weird frog-toothed, snaggle-toothed motherfucker, this bug-eyed monster, this Fagmenko clone. This guy would need a brick to beat the woman. All this guy could take is a woman, right? All this guy could literally take is a woman. But I don't think he could take this bitch. This bitch is like 6'3" and mental. So I think she can defend herself quite sufficiently against this guy. But what you see in this here is quite literally a piece of shit. Quite literally a piece of shit that when you see him blow up like this and do this, this is someone who's like fucked in the head. That probably does harm animals and beat kids, fantasizes about beating women. Look at him go.
That's something you really need to fucking fix.
I'm gonna fucking bash your fucking head against the wall with a brick if you don't shut the fuck up. Because this one, genuinely, this one, you fucked this, royally fucked this.
Yeah. So we're painting a picture here, painting a canvas of water seeking its own level. There is more, folks. There is more. Our chat's been popping up, so I'll read some of this now. Imagine talking to a woman over Discord. Trust no bitch ever. Whole lot of faggots. Team Rocket with gay-ass James. I'm Alex seems kind of based. Lots of based. Lots of alpha and based. Putting her in her place. Samich says, I like this fella. Rip Samich, I saw you get banned the other night in Ralph's chat. Shall we do the Samich segment? Let's do the Samich segment. I was waiting for you to pop up, Samich, you fucking bitch. Said I had holes in my brain, you fucking piece of shit. I was waiting for you to pop up. I was waiting. You fucking holes in my brain, you snake motherfucker. Saying one thing in private and one thing to my face, you fake-ass faggot. Holes in my brain, you piece of shit. Is that accurate retelling of events, Samich? Because it did make me howl. Shall we replay the moment for some Samich PTSD? I was waiting for you to pop up, Samich. Hold that thought. Hold that thought. We got a dodo, big fat dodo here. Hold that thought, Samich. Holes in my brain, you piece of fucking shit. Let me get back to some of this Paulie Frog shit. Here's Paulie Frog and the Avon lady and Clint Eastwood, his mum. Mom! Can we hit the goal? I was waiting for you to pop up, Savage, you piece of shit. Fucking holes in my brain. Fucking piece of shit. I'm the fucking motherfucking OG. So that's the accurate retelling of events, Samich. Said I had holes in my brain. Piece of shit. Faggot. All right. All-seeing eye of the Ralph Mail. Samich, where I guess Samich was like PTSD, shocked by that, triggered by that. Rest in peace, Samich. So, where were we? Right, we're going to do another video here. Now, this is as they're living together. Now, this is as they're living together. This bitch has been recording this and says, following me after he kicked me and I'm packing things. Right. Following me after he kicked me and I'm packing things. So, he's just raging out. This is as they're living together. She looks like she's in the kitchen area here. But listen to this. We'll maybe turn it up.
Over what? I don't understand. It's not got anything to fucking be stuck up over. But for some reason, something isn't good enough for you. You get to do whatever you fucking want all day. It's like, and then you look like a fucking miserable fucking little cunt all the time. Like, your face voice is annoying to look at, like when I come downstairs. Like, I'm actually fed up of looking at you, which is why I sleep downstairs, so I don't want to have to go upstairs and, oh, you're taking all the covers. It's like, fucking woman, just like, fucking ask me to buy another one, or stop fucking complaining. Like, nothing, the thing is, it annoys me, is nothing needs to be an argument, because everything is fixable. Buy a new duvet, I sleep downstairs. But no, you've always got to act like none of this stuff, because you don't act...
Right, does he not sound like a child whining? This is like a child whining. This is not some monster that's like beating this bitch. This sounds literally like a child, right? And it probably is like some skeletal frogman that's 5'2", just whining. But in there, he's putting out probably legitimate grievances of how this bitch just mopes around the house all day doing nothing, scrolling through its phone, looking at like TikToks. Won't even clean the house, won't even do shit. It does nothing, and he's out there earning bread. And when he wants to like fill the hole, literally, it's not even willing. So I can kind of understand where this is coming from, but this is literally in the lowest of low T ways of elucidating that point, isn't it? Hear him go.
Try and fix any of your fucking problems. Like, it's infuriating at this point. Like earlier, you're miserable about something shit.
This is all just black screen. This is all just black screen, so I'm just going to get a drink. 1 sec.
Duvet, I sleep downstairs. But no, you've always got to act like none of this stuff, because you don't actually try and fix any of your fucking problems. Like, it's infuriating at this point. Like earlier, you're miserable about something shit. All you have to do is say what it is and it's fixed. It's fine. You don't have to, like, you don't have to be that hard on yourself. Nigger, neither do you. So, believe me, it's fine. Don't worry about it. I don't go around fucking complaining about everything that you don't feel about. Why? Because you don't talk about it in your fucking little brain.
I've got this big bottle of whiskey. For $10 fire sales, I will literally drink it all. $10. I will shop this. So, round up. I think I'll need it for this shit.
If you want to clean up, I'll fucking hire one. It's my money. But this is the thing, even right now, you just ignore all of that. I'm giving you options for everything, you just ignore everything.
Mom.
You don't actually try and sort
Get me a lawyer, Mom.
Have you not got problems with things? Man, why don't you fucking call them? Why does it have to be me? You can fucking call people, you can get it sorted, you can take them out if you want to. But no, because Alice doesn't actually fucking do anything. I'm trying to fucking right now, I'm spending pretty much fucking every single day trying to figure out where fucking 75,000 fucking pounds is.
75 grand. Someone's given this guy 75 grand. Like, what the fuck? Someone has given this guy 75 grand.
So yeah, sorry.
And that's like chump change to this guy. This guy is balling.
Bigger fish to fry.
He's got bigger fish to fry.
I still have to post.
Go away.
You still don't think about any of that.
Go away.
Go away. Her voice has more testosterone than his.
Go away.
Go away.
You.
Go away.
So are you.
We're listening to the truth here. The abuse that's happened. She goes, go away, leave me alone, and he stops there. So, is that the end of the clip? No, it's not the end of the clip. It goes on for another 2 minutes, 40 seconds. You see that? So I guess here there's some abuse that will happen. Shall we skip forward? Okay.
I did try to stop it.
Go away.
Go away, just go away.
He kicked me. I'd like to see that kick. I'd like to see what that looked like. Because I guess this guy is like a prize UFC fighter, according to him. Kino Dogme 2007, giving you all the takes you won't find anywhere else. Roll up, roll up. Go away. Go away. Moosey V2 says, this guy kicked me on TikTok.
Go away.
That's the height of abuse now. Compare this to the Ralph Pantsu audio and we see like the truth in it and then this shit.
I wanted to sleep downstairs so I could fucking actually wake up on time today.
I didn't make you.
Yes, you did.
No.
You were throwing a fucking fit.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. Well, you can stop this right now.
Yeah, shut up. You're following me and going on. Fuck off.
Fuck off! She sounds so medicated. Well, clearly she is. Clearly she's on every tablet going. And he can't be that far off. Some growth hormone supplements, I guess he's on. Oh, no, we had a flash of that. So, right. Ooh, that was triggering. Lots of triggering shit there. But there's more. There is more. Dog MP4.
Thing about you, and this is the thing, this is why I fucking go around in circles. I join call, and when I'm getting, you're talking to me, going, this is the thing, even though now, when it's too fucking late, you admit that you did everything fucking wrong, but when it actually matters, when you should lay down, like a good fucking dog, you don't fucking do it, you fight for some reason. I don't know why you fight, because you're losing, because you end up admitting that you fucked it all up anyway. So it's just fucking weird. And I know that you're going to end up admitting that you fucked it all up. Which is why
Right. So, in that horrible, triggering clip, he calls her a dog. Perhaps it's because she's wanting dog collars to be literally bought for her from her wish list there. But, you know, he called her a dog, folks. How evil. How evil. The frogman calls her a dog. There's more. There's this. So there's these DMs. We'll play these to this actually. We'll do some Kino Dogme. So we back. Are we back? I guess we're back. So I want to do these DMs here. 1 minute. So I guess at this point she's left the house and this is his exchange. Begging it to respond. Begging like a dog. I expect nothing less from this low-T bitch, but I mean, this is some desperate shit. Maybe it's okay someday. We gotta hold on to what we got. It doesn't make a difference if we make it or not. We got each other, and that's a lot for love. We'll give it a shot. Halfway there. Water seeks its own level, folks. I never wanted to be the ex who sent lots of messages, he says. I can't believe I'm fucking doing this. I hate reading our messages of me begging for you to just acknowledge me. Tough. Take a seat, bro. DMs. Yeah, DMs. Now, there's this lengthy call that's been recorded, and we'll get into this. We're enjoying ourselves for this one. Alright, so we'll get into this. And it's called It Wasn't Your Fault.wav. Okay. It wasn't your fault.
Sorry, my phone cut off. It wasn't
so it looks like this.
Behaviour. Like in any shape or form.
We're going to listen to this.
It was...
We're going to listen to this, and I will throw out the callers, so if you want to jump in, we can give your opinions on this nonsense.
Sorry, my phone cut off. It wasn't...
Whatever my Discord is.
Behaviour.
Add me and I will...
Like in any way, shape or form.
I will take your call.
It was insane. Like, I guess I've just been stuck in that cycle for so long that I felt like I could do no wrong. I felt like I was the fucking, look at me, I do all this fucking work and I do everything and I try and do this and, just nobody's appreciative and, I know you appreciated it. And I know that you appreciated the effort that I used to put in.
He's whimpering like a dog.
And then I just stopped because I had you and you're my girlfriend and we lived together and the more further we got through our relationship, the less effort I put in. And if it wasn't for you leaving, I might never ever have changed the way.
So
I might have just continued on like that.
Is it out of focus? There we go.
At the end of the day,
so there we go.
The only thing that's
you want to call in? Now's your chance.
I didn't listen to you.
And Spurs.
You were right. It's not your fault. You didn't do anything wrong. I was impossible to work with. I didn't make it easy. I constantly thought inwards about myself and not about you and what was going on. I didn't make any attempts to change. I didn't make any attempts to fix my life. I made excuses. And it got to the point where I wanted to be alone, because if I was alone, nobody could tell me that I was fucking up and that I was doing anything wrong. And for the first week that you weren't here, I just spent the entire week doing nothing. And after that week, I realised just kind of like how fucked up my life was, and I have made attempts to try and fix it. I have a schedule, I take out the bins, I look after the cats. I'm like a functioning person. I go out for my bike ride. I've been sorting out my doctor's appointment, even though it's bloody hard in the middle of fucking nowhere. I am just like so frustrated because I've been doing all of that, but then I've been getting on with you, and instead of like apologising, I've been trying to just be like, oh no, look, I'm good now. Like I'm perfectly fine now. I'm like a person. Everything's great. And I realise that must come across as like so dismissive to you. Or also like, why is he doing that stuff now? Why is he being like this now? Being like this back then? And then you get upset or angry, which is fine and understandable. Or I do something to upset and anger you, like following some fucking idiot
he's saying literally anything to get that whole. He's doing it because it's worked before, right? He's doing it because it's literally worked. It's probably working now. This guy, being no doubt, is swimming in pussy.
He's just a fucking cunt.
Literally, it's all over his phone.
He's being a cunt.
He's got literally now that he's influenced. He's probably got them all lining up.
He's not going to try and make it work with me.
Being no doubt.
He just kind of wants me to be here. He doesn't want to lose me. I was trying to be like too cool and nonchalant at points, and then I would let it slip how uncool.
It looks like we've got our first caller.
Taking everything. I mean, my behaviour.
And it's Elaine.
I haven't been lashing out at you because of the fact that you left me, but lashing out at you because of the fact that I didn't fix my stuff. And I think what's worse, I'll be completely honest here, because I don't want to leave anything off the table at this point, is that, like, I generally had a conversation, like, with my
Trust no
friends
bitch, folks. Trust
a few months ago,
no
just
bitch.
about, like, how much I feel like, I've just, like, I don't feel good about myself, and I would wake up a lot of the times when I was with you, and I'd think, I knew that I, didn't deserve to still be with you. And instead of fixing it,
thirsty,
I was just like, I've already fucked it anyway. I became worse. Like, I sabotaged it. And it was intentional, because I knew that I was being shitty. I just thought, it's already too late. And it's really fucking piss poor. Now, obviously, it wasn't as clean cut as that. A lot of this stuff has been really complicated to work out, because I blow hot cold. You've seen me. I'm apologising 1 minute, shouting the next. Angry 1 minute, please come here, hold me. It's like, I just feel like I've been really battling through this.
See that hand motion? She's advertising to the audience here of what she can do when she clout.
You did this.
Leaves this guy for clout.
You didn't. It's okay, don't worry about it, forget about it. But it doesn't matter. I opened up a wound, and it scars. And the scar is always there. Just because I feel okay about it now doesn't mean that you did. And when I used to say stuff about, why can't we just move on? It's because I felt like I felt like I was comfortable. And I made the effort to see if you were. And if you weren't, because I was, I didn't understand why you couldn't be. Now, I don't really know what that is. But I know that it's wrong. And I know that I knew of it, and to be honest, I thought that at a certain point, when I was sleeping on the sofa and stuff, I convinced myself that that's what you wanted.
This
you
is the cat.
Didn't. I'm not saying you wanted it and I did it. As in, I convinced myself because I was making an excuse for myself, not as in, I was doing it for you. I don't mean if I say anything along those lines, that's not how I mean it. I wasn't doing it for you, I was doing it for me. It was easier to avoid you. I wasn't putting the effort in. Because you obviously had said, like you have on this, give me time to come back, talk properly, apologise, I need time to process stuff. And I wasn't doing it. And then I started doing it almost out of spite. I started doing it being like, I'm sleeping on the sofa now. Isn't this what you wanted? Isn't it what you wanted me to?
I guess he kicks the cat.
Go away? Because I'm such a fuck up? It was self-pitying, self-absorbed bullshit. And, it's just really, fucked up thing to do to you at the end of the relationship. So I know why you left, because at that point, there was, no love. At least I wasn't showing it anyway. A kiss when you're playing League probably was more annoying than anything, because you knew I was probably doing it to avoid our problems.
A kiss while you're playing League.
I got too reliant on you putting me in my place, and then you forgiving me. It just became a cycle. I allowed you to be the fixer-upper of our relationship, and it wasn't right, And then I made everything worse. There's so much more I could go into detail about and talk about. I don't know, really, there's a lot. It's sometimes, hard to keep on track and, but I feel that's something that I wanted to say on top of everything.
Well, nasty.
I just want to make it really clear that,
nasty, slatternly hoe.
It's, it was me. And anything that I said before in any argument, I have looked back at all of them. I went back and read them. I read old iMessages from us from the beginning of the last year. I could see how I caused everything. Jealous about you playing games with your friends because I wanted you to dedicate your life to me. Not in a fucking weird way. I wanted to run off into the sunset with you. I was.
What's up with the fucked up haircut? Well, a lot of these Zoomers now have these mullets. I guess mullets have come back in fashion. Everyone below the age of 25 now has a mullet. And I hate it. I hate it all.
In love and,
but yeah, it's all about the mullets now with the kids.
I wanted to just fucking keep you as my own. I don't want.
Does his shirt say
anybody else to have
I guess in one of these calls here, he calls her the N-word, so he's being cancelled for being a misogynist as well as a racist.
Now I understand it. When I started playing games with my mates, I didn't have. At the time, I was just working. I was jealous of what you had, and I wanted to be involved because.
Do you want to see how this poor fuck's being cancelled?
Ages ago.
So I'll type in "I'm Alex," which is his username.
Everybody had moved away
into Twitter
here. The time we met,
and you'll see on the latest.
The only thing I had going was making YouTube videos and you.
Okay, I guess I spelled it wrong.
That's why for the first 3-4 months, I was just constantly.
He's outed as a horrible person.
I did try to make it more healthy. That's why I started playing games with my friends.
He's always been a prick.
Then,
they're all women as well. They're all equally the same. BPD women.
I was doing everything in the wrong order, and for the wrong reasons. And I am deeply sorry for that. And I just wanted to make that clear that I can see every single direction.
So I guess this is from the kick. I guess there's a screen cap from when he kicks her, and he looks like this. Like that one-armed guy from This Is Sparta or something.
After that, that's just a horrible misplace of my own ego. I have wanted you to run
Amy
back
says,
to me, and I wanted you to.
Amy says,
be forgiving.
Amy says,
I wanted you to just kind of go, yeah, that's good enough.
I'm so disgusted with I'm Alex. He's fucking deranged. And, the evidence provided by Alice is jaw-dropping, and she's incredibly brave to speak out. Always believe the victim.
At the time, I wanted so much more. I was so desperate.
Kiki says, but not the pedophile Kiki, just some other BPD hoe.
Just made me so frustrated because. I felt
some other BPD host says,
away, but not just
hope you enjoyed your career, I'm Alex. I also hope karma fucks you over because of what you've done to Alice.
I'm worried that I haven't got to a place. I was still being vicious and lashing out at you and being angry.
Imagine I'm Alex calling his now ex-girlfriend a dog when he looks like
an
this.
Excuse to fucking do it. Being like, look, I might do it.
What are the red socks about?
It was blackmail.
Oh, what Lauren says.
You should call me, because if you don't call me...
Lauren, another BPD hoe, look at that.
And it's because I couldn't control
my emotions. You can spot them from a mile away. They've got this weird piercing in their nose. That's how you can tell in the current year what they are.
I wasn't trying to. I wanted to.
She says, I'm waiting for Alex to make a statement. Well, he said enough, hasn't he? With a sponsor from BetterHelp, where he talks about going through therapy and bettering himself. And, I guess he's been on this arc before, because there's a lot of hatred for this poor fuck.
I'm not at that place anymore.
Genuinely, Alex is a little snake. Fuck him. What an evil little man. Support victims. Lots of memes with... This is what the kids do nowadays. They do memes of black guys reacting to things and convey it as their own emotion on Twitter. Except now it's not called Twitter, it's called X.
I was sprinting.
I'm too old for this shit.
I did know the damage I'd done. So I was trying to...
A friend of mine said that Alex might kill himself after all the recent shit that's come out about him. And I have only one thing to say.
You in gifts and
it's some meme.
And sending you messages and trying to call you and being like, let's meet up and all of that. I should have done it all in the first week.
I just got called a snowflake for saying I'm Alex is a cunt.
I'm really deeply sorry that it took me this long to...
A lot of hatred for this guy. Really, I guess this frogman's been hated for a while.
Properly on everything.
I'm Alex getting cancelled was on my 2024 bingo
myself,
card. The guy's a creep.
and it was wrong of me, and I should not have made that even more of an issue for you.
Oh, this one here. You want another BPD really, home to look at? This one really says, all the information coming out about I'm Alex is utterly disgusting. And I feel so deceived as a fan who looked up to this person for years. I'm so sorry, Alice, you went through all of this. I hope you can heal from here.
Your feelings.
That's not the Sticks. That's some e-whore calling itself Sticks. But
you know,
he has continuously showed his views on marginalised interviews. There's individual nonsense. Just nonsense.
I can't believe that I was...
I guess he's done a TikTok live stream.
I was thinking.
Shall we watch this? You've heard enough of him cry. Shall we watch him address some of these allegations?
I'll cut it here.
Through the means of TikTok, which is like a world I don't understand at all. So this is TikTok. It's a TikTok live stream. I'm ready.
I wasn't calling somebody it, but I was talking about the word in context. That it was okay to say. It obviously wasn't. It obviously wasn't okay to say.
I guess he's only responding to the fact that he dropped the N-word.
And in the context of that fucking video anyway, it doesn't make it any better. Just because I was saying it's bad to be racist doesn't mean it's okay to fucking use that stuff. And the video's old, and it's removed, and frankly, I'm ashamed of it.
Oh, I guess he's dropped the N-word before. I guess he's done it before. But this guy got paid 75 grand for looking like this, and I find it evil. This guy is balling. I don't understand.
It really makes me fucking sad, because I know that I shouldn't have done it. And that's why I removed the video a few months after I fucking made it.
That's why he removed the video a few months after he made it. Okay. So, you know, this is a content mine for all of these fucks that have been are outraged by this, and you'll see lots of faux outrage by people who probably have got bitches recording their DMs. And as you will see, the great cycle of the Kino Dogma 2007 is we have people rage against this, jump on the abuser narcissist bandwagon, and then they end up falling foul of that shit. This guy, I guess the I'm Alex guy, has also raised on this guy called Slazzo or Solzo or some nonsense, and jumped on the bandwagon calling that guy an abuser like a year ago. So it's secular, it's a snake eating its own tail, is what I'm trying to say, folks. That's quite literally what it is. So I hope we're still live. Am I still live? I'm still live. Cock Lesnar says, based expressive blacks. That boy can eat an apple whole. I believe it. How old is this dude because he looks 12? Well, he has the Nick Fuentes syndrome where he's actually 25. It's tough. Sandwich got his ass toasted. That's true. That's true, bitch! How's it? Said I had holes in my brain, you fucking piece of shit! Fucking savage. I was waiting for you to pop up. I was waiting for you to ride into town, savage, you piece of shit. Holes in my fucking brain. Piece of fucking shit. How'd you like that? Suffer, savage. Suffer. love this song. Suffer Savage. I'm the old fucking G. I'm the motherfucking creator of this. Shall we do it to... Did you see him the other night? It was actually fucking amazing. So at the Trump arrest trial, he was... this one. So Trump was literally found guilty on this historic moment. But just before Trump was being found guilty, we had Ralph breaking the story, I guess. He was like right there on the cusp of events, scrolling through different live stream of various internet lawyers. And he was screaming. He was going, "Ah! Ah! Send me your energy! Give Trump your energy!" And it was magic memes that brought into existence a unanimous guilty verdict. Send me your energy! Send Trump your energy now! I'm the old fucking G! I'm the creator! No one can kind of promo like me! It was funny as fuck. Ah! It was great. I loved every moment. I saw it. I was there. I gave the rope to hang Sam. I gave Ralph the rope to hang Sam. Real question, would you fuck that bitch? I would fuck that bitch. I have fucked bitches similar to that bitch. You better believe it, folks! Yeah, I'd smash that. But its behaviour and what it's done with the 82-page statement and stuff like that, it's meant that, yes, many would smash that. Many would smash that, but they wouldn't stay. That bitch ain't getting a ring on her finger anytime soon, that's all I'm saying. No one ain't staying around for that shit. That would be a smash and grab. Truly. Send me your energy! Well, I was really hoping we'd get Keynote Drone. I was really hoping. I've been really trying all week to line up a Keynote Drone. Alas, everyone's too much of a coward, pussy faggot and won't do it. Even the eternal, perennial favourite, Dark Ninja, is out feeding his dogs and responding at 3 in the fucking morning. Expecting me to do the Keynote Drone at 3 in the fucking morning. Bro. But I guess that Kyle guy... So, the last show we did, we literally brought Elaine on to confess to crimes about doxing and hacking Jim's medical records. It was fucking mental. But what it did do was prove my point that you should trust no bitch, and that everything it says is lies. Literal lies. As we proved from start to finish there, allowing it to present its story, and then pulling it apart with the slightest of presses. All fell apart into nothingness, and exposed her for what she was, a fucking liar. But I guess this week's enemy in the Elaine calendar, the Kyle guy, I guess he got showered from Twitter for bossing his followers. Oh, boo-hoo. The insects in the bucket. But it would have been an exciting Keynote-Drome, I'm sure. Ninja is wanting to do the Keynote-Drome, where he fights against a league of this thing called Neo-Plate Gang, which I guess is literally just Plate Gang, but Brian's the leader now. Whoa. And we rally that one up. But they've all been too cowardly, and not one of them has popped up in my DMs and demanded to do the Keynote-Drome. I think it's appalling. I think it's just a show of poor form from everyone. Just take some callers, might drum up some Keynote Drone. Well, here's the Discord. Call in, speds and spurts. There you go. I don't know how this works now. There are no numbers or tags. I think you just put my name in. You just put Adam in. You will see. The Neoplate Gang. All right. What the fuck? How did Brian become a leader? I don't know. We're in a weird timeline. I think what we're currently in is like the mugshot timeline. This is the year of the mugshot. I think we're all going to jail. I think everyone's going to have some sort of criminal record by the end of this year. We're all going to have mugshots that we're going to be selling on t-shirts. That's where I think we'll be at. Like, for real. I think it's felon boy summer or some shit. Convict boy summer. I think that's the way it's going. We're all getting tried for, like, hush money cases and doing crack off someone's wife's ass. That's where it's all going. Brian will be, found in a gay club or something. This is how Brian will be found. This is exactly how Brian will be found. This is Brian's mugshot arc down to a T, right? And deny it. Tell me I'm wrong. Please tell me I'm wrong. But this is Brian's mugshot arc.
I saw a young Rastafarian gentleman on the side of the road. As one of my constituents, I felt it my duty to stop and offer him a lift.
This is Hazel, Brian, and the kids.
I pulled over into a nearby alleyway so that I could safely reach into the glove compartment and take out a Murray Mint.
You don't know what it's like!
At this point, I fell on top of him, and I regret to say, a part of my body accidentally entered him. I needed to go to the toilet, so I went to one that I knew would be open at 3 a.m.
My family
Arrival,
think I'm a crazy gay man.
Carlos and Eduardo, who invited me into their cubicle to talk to them about government policy. Unfortunately, I slipped on the wet floor and became sandwiched between the two men, in a position that the arresting officer informed me is known as a spit roast. I was then invited
I was spit roasted
to join a group of gentlemen at a party in Brighton, where I was planning to give a talk about education reform.
I was planning to give a talk about education reform. I don't know how this happened.
After my arrival, my clothes accidentally fell off. At that moment, I slipped on a glacé cherry and landed inside one of the men.
Brian's mugshot arc, folks.
As far as I'm concerned, that is the end of the matter. Thank you.
You don't know what it's like. Piece of shit. My family. They're sending pop bomb to my house. That's the Brian arc, right? I want to go to jail for taking a swing at a female cop, Ralph style. That's best. You lying piece of shit! I kind of go through phases of losing the Brian voice, because it genuinely does do like a number on my throat. But when it's back, it's back. It's back hard, You don't know what it's like! Oh, Danny. I'm crazy gay man. Plague gang is swatting me. Ooh. American X. Accidentally landed inside the man. Gamergate Terror. I think we've reached the end of our stream then. I've covered all the... We could go for longer on the I'm Alex shit. But, I mean, there's an 82-page statement. But what you'll see is stream after stream after stream covering this stuff. But what you won't see is the take I've just given and delivered in true showmanship fashion as the king of the Keynote Dogma 2007. That's what you won't see. That's what you very scantly do see. You only get the real heart of the matter with, what do I go by here? Godwinson, that's what you go by. Let me get the real heart. Offer Brian a peace treaty under the condition he returns in blackface since he's pretending to be black. Well, now he's gone from going... Shall we do what Brian's been up to? Let's do what Brian's been up to. So, Brian was... So Brian was like on Twitter. Everyone knew it was Brian on Twitter. He was calling himself Mr. Meadowcock, right? It was Brian. It is Brian. And then Brian to Bri to stop the smoke from rising, to throw us off the set, was pretending to be black on Twitter. And was responding to every one of my tweets going, "Shut the fuck up, white boy! White boy! White boy! Pasty ass white boy!" He was being black on Twitter, right? I guess people were going, "Brian, stop pretending to be black on Twitter." And now he's being Russian. Now he's Russian. Now it's the same account, exactly the same Brian, and now he's Russian. So now he's going, "Suka, black, white boy." He's like a black Russian. "Suka, white boy." "Suka, black, white boy." But it's still the same old Brian. "Suka, black. Suka, white boy. You don't know what it's like." Why is Bri so insane? I guess he sucked a lot of black cock in the 2010s. I guess he sucked a lot of D. Lots and lots of it. They send the pop-ups to my house. I have to fight. Do I do this one? I have to fight every single fucking day, Adam. To contain the rage that's inside me, I have to fight the urge to stop myself from driving out to his house and killing him. I have to contain the rage. You don't know what it's like. Shut the fuck up, you piece of shit. Let me speak. You set me up. You set me up, you piece of shit! Set me up! White boy! Alright. Well, I think we wrap it on this Sunday. I think we wrap it here. It's been a show. So, without further ado...
Welcome to Miami. Bienvenido a Miami. Bouncing in the club with the heat is on all night on the beach till the break of dawn. Going to Miami. Welcome to Miami. South Beach, bring the heat. Can y'all feel that? Can y'all feel that? Check it out. Here I am in the place where I come let go. In Miami, the bass and the sunset low. Every day like a Mardi Gras. Everybody party all day. No work, all play, okay? So we sip a little something, leave the rest to spill. Me and Charlie at the bar running up a high bill. Nothing less than ill when we dress to kill. Every time the ladies pass, they be like, can y'all feel me? All ages and races, real sweet faces. Every different nation, Spanish, Haitian, Indian, Jamaican, black, white, Cuban, or Asian. I only came for 2 days to play it, but every time I come, I always wanna stand. It's the type of town I can spend a few days in. Miami, the city that keeps the roof blazing. The city where the heat is on all night on the beach till the break of dawn. Bouncing in the club where the heat is on all night on the beach till the break of dawn. Going to Miami. Yo, I heard the rainstorms ain't nothing to mess with, but I can't feel a drip on the strip. It's a trip. Ladies have dress full of your quip, and they be screaming out, "Will we love your last hit?" So I'm thinking I'ma scoop me something hot in this summer rain game melting pot. Hottest club
There's your outline, Brian. You don't know what it's like. Juice.